Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Super sorry for how late the stream is. This time, not my fault. This time, not my fault. We have had some people coming over to look at the leaks of the window. There's like some window leak issues or something. I'm not something. And they weren't supposed to arrive during stream time, but then yesterday, last minute reschedule. The only time they can make it is exactly when I'm supposed to start streaming. So that was a bummer. And then even worse that they were a little late as well. So I'm just like sitting here, and it's like I see people in the chat. I'm just like doing a little work on the side here. I'm like, okay, well, I can't go live now. Like, I'm sure they're gonna be here any minute now. I don't want to go live and then like immediately just like leave again. I'm like, okay, any second now, any second, any minute, any quarter hour, any time now. Yeah, eventually, finally came, checked it out, looked at it a little bit, left. Pace freaked out. Now we're here. So thank you very much for your patience. We're here now. Whew. Oh my goodness! Look at poor little Paste. This is where Paste is right now. I took a photo before I started streaming. Poor little Paste. Taking refuge in the gap above the fridge. Freaked out. Doesn't like any, just like me, doesn't like any guests, especially unexpected guests. And it's very cute. Like, first time Paste went to hide above the fridge, couldn't find Paste for ages. Like, oh my god, where did Paste go? Did Paste get freaked out and just jump out the window? What's going on? Looked under the couch, looked in the little jail cell. I couldn't find her anywhere. And then, of course, you're just staring at me the entire time from above the fridge, just like this, with her freaky, freaky triple eyes. But yeah, but now I know where to look. This is like her go-to spot. But yeah, it's quite a sight. Looks like an album art cover. Album art cover? Album cover. Psychedelic, trippy, psychedelic rock. Or Tool or something, I don't know. Anywho, it's on pause alerts. Ugh. Need to wake up. Klaus with the 56 months. Much appreciated, Klaus. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you very much. How you doing today? And also, a LOLK 101K live stream. LOLK. Thank you very much for following. Welcome. And also, Sarisi. It's all good. Be more late. Thank you, Sarisi. Will do. Will do. And Stephen Delexi is here as well. Windows leak. Which one? 10, 11, or even 12? Yeah, I had to wait around for Bill Gates to come over and leak Windows all over me. Wait, what? It's not even Bill Gates anymore, is it? Man, what a dated reference. Bill Gates isn't even in charge of hasn't even been in charge of Microsoft for a while. Who is it now? Also, Lizathy. Hey, thank you very much for the 31 months of Load Love. Much appreciated. How are you doing? And also... Janekas, thank you very much. And hello to everyone. We also got Nightony Ragan, The Power, Mrs. Muffin, Maggie, Tofu, Stroik, Yodo, Dower, Detonator, Nicto Fee, Mrs. Muffin, Kitty Rolls, Quiet Artist. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Oh. Did I choose a title already for the comic? I may have. I may have. I think it might have been sneakily revealed in the top of my Clip Studio Paint in yesterday's secret Discord bonus panel stream, perhaps. I think, without spoiling it, I think The Power, you might be very pleased with the result. Wait, hold on, let me just double check. Yes, yes, yes. Don't want to be dropping the wrong hints now. Okay. I can feel this toothpaste on my teeth. Okay, what are we doing now? So I thought today we would just take it easy, make it more chatty, because not gonna be so chatty for a while after today's stream. Because after today's stream, Exocomics and I are gonna be boarding a plane, traveling halfway around the world for 3 weeks or something like that. A bit longer than that? No, about 3 weeks. I don't know. But we are intending to do some IRL streams whenever possible. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be a lot of fun. Never done IRL streams outside of New Zealand before. I was gonna say outside of Auckland, but that's not true because I did that Hamilton stream in the Hamilton Gardens where I ate that ice cream. But so you're gonna play international cat game? Ooh, that'd be exciting. Worldwide cat game. World tour. Love it. Hey Dry Rays Girl, welcome back. And to power we can play some Mario Kart? Oh, I thought I would just take it even easier. Because I think once we play Mario Kart, it's like I'm not even looking at the chat for most of it. I'm solely dedicating my entire focus on finishing last place. I don't even have time to read the chat. So I want to make today's stream more about hanging out with you guys and actually interacting with one another. But more Mario Kart streams in the future. I can see it, to power. We could play regular GeoGuessr for a change. Maybe. I mean, if I run out of things to talk about, which is a possibility. Although regular GeoGuessr is too stressful. Time limit. Don't forget the cruise ship IRL streams back in 2018. Oh yeah, did a little IRL stream in Dunedin, which is South Island, New Zealand. That's true. And all around New Zealand with my like 3 or 4 live streams. But look at me, like I'm even. I don't know if you can see this right now. No, you can't. Yeah, look at this. I'm charging. Oops, my wireless microphones. Gonna have that ready to go. That's gonna be good. Wait, this isn't on, is it? No, it's not. Okay. I thought I saw the audio bar react to me touching the microphone. I was like, wait a second, that's not supposed to be connected to the computer. But no, it's not. Just a coincidence. Well, Gardic phone or Jackbox? Those stuff requires a lot more mental preparation. Jackbox, I'm always too scared to play. I don't even know how to play Jackbox. I don't even know if I have the cool one either. I think I've got like Jackbox 3. Not sure. I'll open up Steam anyway. May as well have a check to see which one I'm not playing. As the Night in Uragan, how do you deal with people reposting your art basically all the time? So many channels post your art on all kinds of platforms every day. Are you aware of it? Do you do something about it? Is it something that it's something that bothers me a lot when people repost art that I worked on for days or weeks. Yes, and yes. Wait, how many yeses? Blanket, yes. Although not for the first question. How do you deal with people reposting your art? Yes. Yeah, it does. Oh, it does bother me to an extent. It used to bother me a lot, and now it bothers me very specifically. It really depends on exactly how it's being reposted. So I've kind of mellowed out. For a while, I was like really like, no one can touch my stuff except for me. I mean, obviously, if you're just like a random person on Twitter, that's totally fine and encouraged, as long as you credit me. but it's the channels that try to like profit off of their popularity in some way. That's the ones I hate, because then it's just like you're using me as your fuel, and that distinction gets kind of blurry nowadays. So now it's like, if the channel is all about posting comics from all sorts of people and they do credit, I'm like, whatever. I don't have enough time in the world to go after each one of these. But the ones that really get my goat now are the ones that are just posting my stuff. Like if it's an account that only shares my stuff, and then it can go in two ways. It can go one way, they describe themselves as a loading artist, which I hate because then people commenting, "Oh, love your stuff," and then I've even seen them reply on my behalf as well. They're like, "Oh, thanks." Like, you didn't make the comic. What the hell are you talking about? And then people think that that's them, and then they start selling merch. It's a whole can of worms, right? Cat egg. Hey, Sarah, man. Welcome back. And then there's on the other hand, there are those accounts that repost all my stuff, but don't mention me at all. They're just like 60-second comics or whatever, or funny haha comics. And it's just loading artist stuff. And they like barely even mention that I exist. And then, again, the comments are all like, hey, 60-second comics, love your stuff. When's the next one coming out? Like, I hate both of those things. And especially on top of it, if they literally make money from it, either from like ad views, like on YouTube Shorts or whatever, or less commonly known, a lot of these Instagram accounts, all they do is accumulate as many followers as possible, and then they just sell the account to the highest bidder, and then that highest bidder changes the account name to, I don't know, like air purifiers or something, and then spam everyone that followed them for the comics to buy air purifiers or whatever the hell. That totally happens all the time. So to answer your question, yes, I go after it. I pick my battles now. So recently I saw a YouTube Shorts channel that only posted my stuff, barely mentioned that it was loading artist, and like they were racking up millions of views as well. I don't know how many. Hello. I don't know how many dollary dues they were making, but I didn't like that, so I took down a bunch of them. And of course, then they always email me afterwards because part of taking down stuff for copyright is like you got to give them your information, so they reach out to you, and then I get emails from them like, "Oh man, I didn't realize what I was doing was wrong. Can you forgive me and undo your copyright claim? I'd really appreciate it. I worked so hard. To rip off your comics for so long." Like trying to get sympathy. Like, what? I'm gonna like, oh, okay, I'll undo the copyright claim. No, I just don't even reply, and then some of them get really angry. Also, hey Wolfie, 100 bits for air purifiers, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Also, X Comics, hey X Comics, give Pace a treat. She's had a stressful morning. That's true. That's true.
I've never said my name so much. I usually try to avoid it, cause I can't say it properly.
Wait, what was that? I was hearing some voice. Oh, there's a quote? What was the quote? I heard something in the background. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. There's one. Over here. Yeah. He's all good now. Look at that tail. Quite the contrast to the photo of her just 10 minutes ago. Right? And she's gone. Let's see here. Also, Guitar Piper, thank you very much for the 66 months. Sorry, I think you would have resubscribed when I was in the middle of my rant about reposters. Thank you, Guitar Piper. And hey, Young Gogo, hello, welcome back. And let me just see this. Every time I go on like a tangent here, I always forget to read the chat. Let's see. Seriously, I think as long as the website / artist name is kept, that's honestly good. It's horrendous when they crop it out. Well, the cropping out, like that's the worst. Okay, I'm saying worst a lot. There's different levels of worst, But that's also really bad. When they actively do extra work to remove credit, that's just like, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Like, it's one thing just to like take the picture and post it and just not bother like crediting, like so no links or anything. But then to actively go in and then remove the watermark, or even worse, replace it with your own, like that is like, like even the devil would be blushing. Satan is blushing right now. So unnecessary. I'll take your map. Hello, hello. And Rowan Gaming, welcome back. Rays Guild. Nothing beats the time I randomly happened upon that guy who used Gregor's DeviantArt picture as the YouTube video background picture. That was either divine providence or the government making sure I saw. Which DeviantArt picture was it again? Failing to remember here. And hey, Burgermeister, welcome back. Do they remove the logo when you embed it in the comic with phones and laptops? They don't. And that's because no one notices it. So it doesn't really matter either way. South Hattis did nothing wrong. Don't make me ban you. How dare you say these words? These are what's the word? Not sacrilege. What's the opposite of like patriotic? What's the opposite of that? It's like slanderous? No. Something. Treason! Ah, that's the word. Those are some treasonous words you're saying. But but also I'm not, when I do the little logo on the back of laptops and phones and stuff in the comics, I'm definitely, I think for a brief moment when I was first starting to do that, I thought, let me go full screen this because this cat's kind of freaking me out. Freaking me out. But I think at first I was like, this could be a really interesting way of getting my watermark in there without it being able to be removed easily. But I think I quickly realized that no one would ever notice it. I mean, the people that would notice it are already like aware of loading artists, but if they're watching on Funny Junk or something, they're not going to be like, "What's that logo? Hey, let me Google that logo and see what that means." Because even if you have the watermark, like the loadingartists.com on the corner of the picture, still a lot of people are like, "Where's this from?" So it's really it's interesting how, you know, blind some people can be, like specifically blind to certain elements. It's interesting. The constant a dance that content creators have to take part in. The eternal social media dance. Oh, that's right. The heart. Oh, that's right. That's right. The music. That's the music video. That old DeviantArt heart picture. Yes, yes, yes. That was crazy. Dry Rays Girl. What a crazy coincidence that you would have happened upon some random YouTuber's video that was using my DeviantArt picture, and such a like a unpopular image as well. Also, Saruman, congrats on that spider. Time to just put a watermark on top of your whole comic so people know who made them. I mean, that's also a possibility, but then you don't want to ruin the thing as well. It's a conundrum. But, what are you gonna do? Some people might argue that hey, the more people reposting your stuff, the better, you know, it's like any publicity is good publicity. But it's still...
I will gladly guzzle your poopy bits.
It still grinds my gears though. Just the fact that people are actually profiting, not just like for, you know, social media clout, but actually profiting money in like legit ways or even like black market ways where they just kind of scam the people. Or when they even like make merch of my stuff. Oh, that's a whole other issue. Cheers. That's a whole thing. Exocomics has to deal with that a lot. I feel like basically every other time you search Exocomics' stuff on like Redbubble or what are the other ones called? Zanzibar or Zazzle or Zooble or Cafe Press, all those ones. Always like a bunch of, I think they're bots even. I think they're bots that just kind of troll the internet and just like grab pictures and slap them onto t-shirts and mugs and stuff. And that's a shame. But luckily that's only affecting Exocomics and not me. No one wants to buy no one wants to buy Loading Artist merch. It's not worth stealing. And it's interesting as well. There's like conflicts of interest out there. It's a very interesting landscape. So for example, Exocomics, her t-shirt store, she uses tpublic.com for her t-shirts and stuff like that, print on demand stuff. And tpublic have this like they're very proud of this feature to show off. It's something like I don't know what is it called, like a copyright protector program or something. I forget what it's called. And you click it and it like continuously searches the internet for um, people ripping you off. Basically, if it can detect, because it has all your files, and if it can detect another like competing T-shirt store that has the same files, they'll let you know about it and make it easy for you to take them down, right? So that I was like, well, that's kind of neat. What a nice little feature for creators out there to help protect themselves from people ripping them off. That's nice. But uh, I've noticed that they don't ever seem to find all the people ripping Exocomics off on Redbubble, which is like one of the biggest ones. And then you find out Redbubble owns TeePublic. So it feels like TeePublic are intentionally not looking at or criticizing Redbubble because they're owned by the same company. And then you start thinking, wait a second, if TeePublic have all your files and stuff, couldn't they also then just give the files easily, or give them or make it more accessible to the Redbubble people? I don't know. I don't know how deep this rabbit hole goes. I don't know if it's like intentional or if it's just neg neg negligee. What's the word? Having a brain negligence. Negligence. Yes, that is that the is that the word? Yeah, it could be that. So I don't know, but it's very, very interesting. Hey, Clock. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Sarah, man, there was an artist on Twitter who posted an image with the something like, "This t-shirt was stolen by a bot" written on it, and a few hours later there were t-shirts of it on shady merch websites. Yeah, it's gotta be bots because they're so just done without a care in the world, not a thought. Like sometimes the picture doesn't even work with the shirt they're selling it on. Like sometimes there's still like the white border or the square border around it, and who cares? Just slap it on there. Slap it on there. It's all about like quantity. Oh, here's the link. Let's see. Also, Calorenton, where am I flying to? Gonna be flying to Austria first. Well, actually Germany first, but only because it was cheapest to get to Germany first, and then going from Germany by train to Austria, see my grandma, and then Italy, like Venice and Rome, Genoa, and then France. Hopefully France isn't on fire anymore by then. Lyon, Paris, back to Germany, back home. Also, hey, Headshot, thank you very much for the full year of support. Oh, hold on, sorry. 1 second. Getting a phone call. Hello? Hello. What do you mean you can still hear me, Depower? Freaking me out here. No way. Can you? No way. No, no, no. I don't think so. It's scaring me. That's the worst thing. I wish I knew more about how my audio was set up. I don't trust it. I don't trust myself. Um, Last night I tried to connect AirPods to my computer, and that was a whole disaster. Nearly deafened myself. It's you put AirPods in, and then you click the test button, and I don't know why test has to be like the loudest possible sound ever. It broke my ears for a little bit, and even then, testing didn't work. I mean, the sound happened, but then I still couldn't hear anything else in the computer, so it was all confusing. I don't know how it works. Oh boy. What's this? Hold on. What's this? What's this? What's this? I love this artwork. Nice drawing. Oh my god, I need this on a shirt. Not licensed by the Walt Disney Company. Mickey Mouse and I smell like rotten eggs. Haha. This is not a parody. We commit a copyright infringement. We want to be sued by Disney. We pay all court and tribunal fees. And then it immediately gets reposted to a merch spam site. Jetzt kaufen. That means now, buy now. Or actually, now buying. Wow. Yeah, it goes to show that it's all automated. That's depressing, but interesting. What's this? Detonator. What do you think of these dating rings? What dating rings? Sounds illegal. What the heck is this? Too scared to say this word out loud. I don't know what this means. Maybe I should even. I don't know what this means. Wait, these aren't cock rings, are they? I'm putting the pieces together like it's a chicken. Another word for chicken is cock. Oh, it means for the rest of our lives. Does that mean for the rest of our lives? Oh, it's like a marriage proposal. Oh, okay. I don't. Hey, I don't know. I don't know what all this is about. All this kind of creeps me out. Why is the beak pink? That's my biggest question. Shouldn't the beak be like at least orange? Why they got them juicy, luscious, fleshy lips? I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's see here. Hey, Comic Code as well. Hello, hello. That the shop got taken down in like hours. The devil works fast, but Disney works faster. The shop got taken down by Disney, or the shop like realized what was happening and they took down the page? Because I don't know. I feel I don't know. Can't imagine Disney going after like such small peanuts. Then again, they got enough lawyers. Why not? Avaris Clary, hello. Why aren't you pink? Greg, you're so pale you have to set your white balance manually. Actually, the white balance is set. It's automatic. Wait, but I don't even know if it's too orange feeling. Wait, this is not changing at all. Wait. I think this looks more realistic. Like here? Who knows? I don't know how this works. This whole this whole webcam settings window is like straight out of Windows 95. It's quite uh, crazy how old school this thing looks. Look, just look at it. Oops, not this button. Not that. That's not it. This is what I have to deal with every time. Look at these tiny little bar things I gotta slide. My mouse has to cover just this 3-pixel wide wedge. If I don't click directly onto this wedge here, it doesn't work. And I can't just like click here and it just jumps there. No, if I click here, it goes up by 1. So when you see me struggling with the brightness of the camera, it's because I'm opening this shitty window and trying to get to the gain and then just trying to... Oops, trying to drag it with my hand like this. No good. At least it remembers to turn off the auto exposure and auto focus. I used to have to go into this tab and turn off the auto things every time I streamed, but luckily, somehow, it stopped having to make me do that. That was nice. Do you have any idea how lazy you just sounded? Hey, that's not... Hey! It's not lazy, it's frustrating how, like, unnecessarily bad that UI is. Especially coming from a UI artist. Ex-UI artist. Frustrates me. It's like, it doesn't have to be this bad. Like, I don't mind having to click the gain thing myself, but why make the button so small? I don't even know who to blame for that. Is that Logitech? I don't know. Hey, Big Belly Bear 94 just came here to say that I love your work. Hey, well, thank you very much. Pace also, Pace, look, even Pace is saying thank you. Thank you very much for that. And welcome. Also, I'm missing some chat. What's this Guitar Piper? What's this? Check out this hilarious comic I found on 9gag. Oh, God. What are we looking at here? I see what you've done there. Subtle. I hate it. I hate that this even exists now. It's already on the internet.
Okay, I found this on the web for subtle. Check it out.
Isn't that ironic? Okay, I found this on the web for subtle. Check it out. But yeah, thank you very much for the funnyhahacomic.com comic. The best place to read funny haha comics. Let's see here. I have considered buying the domain for a Rickroll, but wouldn't have been able to get it working quickly enough. Oh God, man. Goodness me. Goodness me. Though I'm pretty sure, like, funnywebcomic.com is a thing already. I think I remember seeing... Was it Funny Webcomic? Or Funny... Oh, it exists, but that's... funnywebcomic.com. It's got WordPress, but it's not working. Thank you to Power. But I remember, I think I saw, can't remember what they were like, but I think I saw on Reddit in the new category on comics, someone's comic was called Funny Web Comic, or at least their website was funnywebcomic.com. And I remember just thinking, like, that is such an old school way of, that's like a pre-search engine way of thinking about the internet. Like, just having like the most generic term, like funny.com, or like, you know, I don't know, coffee.com for all your coffee needs, or email.com. You know, that doesn't, like, no one goes to those generic domains anymore. You just search the thing and then it takes you to the stuff you need. I love webcomic name. Yeah, well, that one. Okay, but that's the thing. Webcomic name is like intentionally supposed to be like meta. The Oh No comics, aka the Doris McNorris named it webcomic name, and that's like totally intentional because this kind of satirizes, like the generic tropey webcomic formula, where it's like something happens and then oh no, it doesn't work out. So that name works well, webcomic name, but yeah, funny webcomic, and it's just trying to make it sound better than it is. It feels old school. Hey, where you going? I'll give you treats. Come back. Jeez Louise. This microphone's in an unfortunate location, isn't it? It's like directly where the cat would be. Yeah. That tower is wobbly AF. It sure is. Like it's falling apart a little bit. Doesn't help that pace is getting larger and rounder and heavier. No offense, but it's true. It used to have even like a taller section here, like this thing here. You can tell it used to have a thing here, and that was even more wobbly. I have to get rid of that. At least now it's got like a lower center of gravity. But yeah, what's my cat's favorite treat? Definitely got to be, not to sound like an ad or anything, but Temptations, specifically the yellow ones. Tasty chicken flavor. Look at this. Look at this. Hey. Like the mistletoe. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss for a treat. Yeah. You had a stressful morning. Oh gosh. You space them out a little bit. Make you work for it. It's not too, I mean, it's not too bad, these treats. 2 calories per treat. Not bad. Tempting bits. Hey, Maggie, thank you very much for the 100 bickies. This is my treats. Thank you. But yeah, Jamat Gray, have you considered not feeding Pace 1 tub of those treats a day? Might be related to her weight problem. It's not. And also, I never really give Pace treats. Didn't even finish the treats. Okay. I don't usually give them just like that. It's only on stream. I've been playing with Paste in a way that I think she likes for a while and then gets sick of it, but instead of sometimes just feeding her bickies, and normal bickies, not the treats, in a bowl where it's easy, sometimes I don't do that. I'll just sit on the floor and I'll just throw 1 bicky at a time down the corridor and make her run for it. So that's like her exercise. And she gets into it. She jumps off the wall and everything, does some crazy parkour. It's very cute. So don't worry, Jaman. It's not all just a free, all-you-can-eat buffet. I do make her work for it too. Let's see. Also, Strike, by the way, congrats on that spider. Comic, my mom bought that exact one on sale one time. She didn't know it was treats, so she fed the stray cat as a meal. Oh, I mean, I know people. Some people do feed their cats just straight up Temptations, like it was regular food. The I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Does it say you can't feed them that much? Feeding instructions. Oh, here we go. If fed as a main, okay. Well, first it says feed 10 to 12 treats per 10 pounds or 4.5 kg of body weight daily as a treat or snack. If fed as a main meal, a quarter cup of Temptations can replace a quarter cup of bickies, like Whiskers bickies. Oh, that makes sense because in the bickies that we feed paste, they do have like a few of these thingies inside of them. And I always used to wonder, like, is it the same as Temptations? But I guess it is. Same company, I suppose. Look, my goodness, you still got it. No more, no more. Jesus Christ, people are gonna start thinking I'm abusing you. Wait, I thought I had a button for this. Ow! Didn't I have a button for... No, I guess not. Never mind, I thought I had a sensor camera button. I only have flip the camera. Oh, that doesn't even flip anymore. And I just... What's this button? Nope, that does nothing. What is this? Hey? Does nothing. Never mind, okay. Never mind. Let's see here. A quarter cup can replace a quarter cup, so it's the same. Yeah, I don't think it's like too big of a deal, those treats. But anyways. Now what? Well, getting a little stressed out about about the upcoming trip a little bit. Since it's not tomorrow, but the day after that, tomorrow I'm going to be packing everything. And the day after that is the flight. And I'm always worried that I'm going to forget something on the way there. Oh god. But I mean, should be fine, right? I don't know, it should be fine. I'm charging everything I need. A little worried that my AirPods are going to lose charge, but then I'm buying 2 extra battery packs today. Actually, I already bought them. I just need to pick them up. 2 extra power banks. That'll be good. I'll have 4 in total between the 2 of us, and that should be enough battery for at least the journey there. I'm wondering if the plane will have USB ports. Has anyone flown like internationally recently in the past few years? Do they have USB ports on the plane? Because I think when I went, they didn't have USB ports yet, but that was like ages ago. I don't know if technology is caught up or not. Don't forget your life jacket. Oh, I'm sure they'll provide us with one. You had a USB port when you went, Komako? Modern ones do, but it depends on which plane you get. Yeah, Gramps, they do. When I went on the plane, they used to have a tri-port for their headphones. Do they still do those? I think so you don't steal the headphones, because it only connects to 3 things at once, like 3 prongs. A 3-pronged headset. Do they still have that? And also, back in my day, we used to have to order films on cassette. They didn't have just like built-in Netflix or whatever. When I was flying around, they would give you a menu of all the movies they had available, and you would have to write down your top 3 choices with pen, hand it back to her, and then hope that one of your top 3 choices is available and isn't being used by someone else, and they give you that little cassette. And you put the little cassette into your chair, and then you would watch the movie. I mean, granted, that was like back in like the 90s or something, but that was wild. Little tiny cassette tapes. And I remember they would have like, I don't know if they still do this, but they had like a little thing they would show it before the movie starts, like this movie was edited to fit a TV flight screen or something. I'm not sure if that was just a Dubai thing, maybe so they could censor movies or something, because that's what they used to do in Dubai. I think they still do. They must. Like, you wouldn't see any nudity in Titanic, that's for sure. They used to even censor kissing, like passionate kissing. They cut that out. Yeah, when I say censor, I mean like they just literally cut it out. Exocomics. When I went on the air contraption, we had the pedal. Do you still have to do that? I don't know why you have quote marks around it, Exocomics. There's no shame in asking. Guitar Fiber. Gregor is so old he used to smoke on the plane. Well, I mean, they do still have the no smoking signs, right? Is that still a thing? I always used to find that strange because it was like there's two signs up there, and it's like seatbelt and no smoking. And the seatbelt thing would turn on and off depending on what's going on. And I always just look at the no smoking one, like, is that ever going to turn off? Like, why is that even there if it's just like a blanket rule? Also, yes, Maggie, we're flying for 24 hours. Yeah. 24 hours to get to Germany. Yeah. But there is a stop in between for 8 hours, I think, for some time. I don't know. Stopping off in America. Transit. But otherwise, yeah. Not looking forward to that. But last time I was on the plane, I didn't have an iPad or a cool phone or anything, so that's gonna be cool that I can still work on things. Yay! First class at least? Oh, the power. Yes, first class. First class. You can take a Switch. Oh no, they'll be providing us with the Switch, as is custom for first classers. They provide all first class passengers with a Nintendo Switch or a selection of consoles. I think the plane we're on, they're even offering the PS6, early PS6 and early Xbox Zero. That's what the next one's called. Oh, Detonator, what's this? Gregor, say a character so I can draw, please. Say a character so I can draw, please? You want me to say a character that you would draw? Garfield. And Comic Code, rewatch all of Breaking Bad. 24 hours will fly by. Well, I'm hoping to get some work done. I am bringing my iPad and my keyboard and my pencil and stuff like that. I hope there's enough space to do things. But, yeah. I mean, it is optimistic, but I hope to do some work. I was hoping to have a sketch ready so I could like work on just like the final art of something, like a comic, like a plucked up or something, because at least then it's a bit more mindless. The worst part is having to actually come up with the idea and the text and stuff. That's gonna be tough to do on the plane. So we'll see. You're terrible at drawing animals? Another one? Well, Garfield's barely an animal, but... Okay, well, let's see. Not an animal, a different character. How about... Krusty the Clown. Also, the power, you've yet to watch Breaking Bad? My goodness. I forget, have you seen... You haven't seen Better Call Saul, have you? This is the prequel? I've been meaning to rewatch Breaking Bad sometime. I was going to start rewatching Breaking Bad as soon as Exocomics and I finished Better Call Saul, but I don't know. I don't know why we didn't. I think we just needed a break or something. We changed over to a different show. Forget what it was. I think maybe we got like the trial for Apple TV Plus or something, so we checked out some Apple TV Plus shows. You just finished Better Call Saul? It was very, very good. Right, Jamap? I can't remember. Like, it's been so long since I've seen Breaking Bad, so I can't even tell like which one I like better. But they're both so good. Curious to know if Breaking Bad holds up just as well all these years later. I think so. Have I seen Castlevania? Is it a show now? Was it an anime? What's going on? I've seen the game Castlevania. Didn't know it was a show. Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad is a downgrade, in my opinion. Coma Code? Oh yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I mean, what's his name? Vince Vaughn. Uh, oh no, wait, no, Vince Gilligan. I forget his name, but I mean, he's had like years and years of experience since starting Breaking Bad now, so it wouldn't surprise me if going back to the first Breaking Bad was a little more rough around the edges before they found their groove. But I'm sure I'm still gonna like it. Hey, SandyCast1211, hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome. Strike, careful, Gregor. Every time you rewatch something you like, you don't like it anymore. True. Well, actually, you know what? It only seems to apply for movies. When I rewatch a show that I used to like, I think I tend to typically still like it. Sometimes even more than the first time. Castlevania's the show on Netflix. Hmm. What genre would you categorize it? Because I'm not super into like fantasy things, vampires, castles. I guess I'm just listing everything that Castlevania is known for. That's an anime, is it? Hmm. The gruesome, amazing anime. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to dismiss an entire genre. Not even. I don't even call it anime a genre. It's more of like a medium or what style. I wouldn't dismiss the whole thing. I used to be into some anime back in the day, but I haven't seen any anime recently. What was the last anime I've seen? I think I tried watching some. What's that one with the big, scary looking naked giants? And they're like they keep trying to jump over a wall or something. What's it called? Attack on Titan. Yeah, I think I tried watching that. I was into it for a little while, and then I stopped for some reason. Comic Cut Breaking Bad has the annoying wife plot, so it automatically makes it better. Automatically makes Better Call Saul better. Well, that's an interesting point to bring up because I remember the first time I watched Breaking Bad, I was quite against um, what's her name, Skyler. But in hindsight, I'm curious to know if I rewatch Breaking Bad if I'm going to be on Skyler's side because in hindsight, when I think about the storyline of Breaking Bad and like the characters' motives and things, I'm like, if I were in that world, I would totally be the Skyler because it's like Skyler's the one that makes sense. So the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, Skyler's just getting in the way. You know, Heisenberg, make that money, King. But yeah, so I'm curious to know if the second time I watch it, I'm like, she has a point. She has a point. It is ruining their lives. Oh, that's a good question, Maggie. What's the thing you're most afraid of when traveling overseas? Oh, that's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. Also, hey, Loopy Spoopy, welcome back. Castlevania doesn't fall into a lot of classic anime tropes. Well, that's good. So it's not like over 700 episodes long. Because that's another thing I think. I don't have don't have time anymore. I don't have time for extra long series that have a lot of filler or games that take too long or take too much grinding. I don't got no time anymore. How you doing, Loopy Spoopy? Good to be back. Man, you've picked a, a great time, a great stream to come back to. Because this is going to be like the last stream for a while. Because I'm flying away. I'm flying away this week for a few weeks to Europe. But I might do some IRL streams, hopefully. Internet permitting. But yes, Maggie, your question, what's the thing I'm most terrified about overseas? Probably just all the crime and COVID. Yeah, the two big C's, crime and COVID. Scared of getting COVID, especially before seeing my grandmother. Don't want to give her the kiss of death. And secondly, crime, especially in America. Even though we're only there for a few hours. I had a brief look at Google Street View in San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco once before, but I was more in the waterfront area where all the tourists usually hang out. But because we don't have much time this time, we can only really go as far as like the middle bit to hang around for a couple hours. And yeah, had a look at Street View, and it is rough looking. Some parts look rough. Like a lot of tents, a lot of people just like passed out on the sidewalk, a lot of graffiti. Show it? Okay, well, I'll show you guys. I'll give you a little tour of San Francisco from the point of view of a scared little New Zealander. Let's go to. I'm gonna go here for a quick second. Hold on. One second. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's jump over here. Alright, so this is San Francisco. Hey, Imp. Welcome back. You're flying away? Yeah, later this week, X Comics and I will be flying to Europe for a few weeks. Say hi to my grandmother and just check out the scenery. You come to Germany as well, Black Swarm? We'll be in Germany very briefly, just Frankfurt, but mainly because that was the cheapest place to land with the plane. But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty intense holiday. Lots to want to see and do, and also to try and avoid COVID as much as possible. So not gonna be doing any like meet and greets or anything like that before people get excited. Because I don't want to get near any of you or people in general. I don't want to be shaking hands. I don't want to be opening my mouths near other people opening their mouths. Ideally, I would love it if everyone in Europe could just stay at home for the next few weeks, so Exa Comics and I can walk around without getting COVID. That would be really ideal. Can you pass the word around, please? If you take the train, you'll be longer in Germany than you want to. Just a quick heads up. What does that mean? Are you saying that the train will be delayed? All right, let's see. So this is San Francisco. The airport is somewhere. Here it is. Here's the airport. And then you can take a train, the BART, all the way into San Fran. And while last time I was here, I would hang out around the Fisherman's Wharf and check out the Golden Gate Bridge and whatnot. But this time, apparently, it's recommended to get out in the Mission District, which I thought, is that like City Mission? Not a good start. Not a good sign. And you'd come out. Where's the Mission there? You'd come out here. Let me show you what San Francisco looks like. Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just, again, I might just be a little naive, little scared New Zealander, but I mean, just even this kind of freaks me out. Just like the trash, Everything is deteriorating. All the graffiti everywhere. I mean, I know these aren't tents, but the people like selling random crap around the train station. If you go over here, wait, go over here, I think, and you just go down the street a little bit. It's just, I mean, it's just a little scary, I would say. A lot of trolleys, a lot of tarps covering a bunch of bags, and people in motorized wheelchairs and selling bottles seemingly from their backpacks. Just bars on every window and door. It's a little it ain't quite Mrs. Doubtfire for me. It's not quite what I expected from San Francisco as a first impression. But apparently the area around the BART train stations is notoriously rough looking a little bit. And Mission Street in general looks a bit scary. Just a little grocer, that's cute. Little green grocers. But it doesn't, I don't know, it just kind of, is it just me? Am I being too sensitive? Imp, I was in San Francisco in October. It's fine, just have to kind of ignore all this stuff. Yeah, hoping to ignore. Rishu yesterday kind of freaked us out, talking about how like last time he was in San Francisco, he was being chased by like people throwing feces at him and breaking into his car and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty wild looking. And this isn't even like, I mean, I'm not saying this is like the worst. Oh my god, this is hell. But it's still kind of just a bit grimier than I was expecting. But again, this is Mission Street. Apparently, like other streets, like what's it called Valencia Street, which is just a couple streets over, is a lot more recommended. I think it's this way. Also, yeah, this is not GeoGuessr. If this was GeoGuessr, this is on easy mode because everything is telling us the exact street locations and things. Yeah, I mean, look, is that a drug deal? What's going on here? This looks shady as hell, right? When it's a parked car on the sidewalk and they're doing some sort of deal through the window. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but that's the impression I get. And like these things, jeez Louise. And look at this guy. This guy looks like he'd give you a mission to do in The Division, right? Yeah. Just a little shocking. And again, all the bars and the spikes. I'm still getting to the nice part of town. Valencia Street. Here it is. Valencia Street. So this apparently is the way to go. Yeah. Down this one. So this street looks nice. You know? This looks way nicer. It's kind of wild to think that just a couple streets over, the entire feeling changes. Much nicer. You still got the bars on all the windows, but hey, what are you gonna do? Better safe than sorry. A lot of art, a lot of murals on the walls. But yeah. Jamamp, up until a few months ago, I had homeless camps like with the tents just across the street from my luxury apartment complex. It's sad to see, but this is the kind of state we live in. It's shocking, like how extreme it looks. Because like homelessness and like beggars on the street, like we have that in New Zealand as well, unfortunately, and it's actually getting worse over the years, especially since COVID. But compared to the things I've seen in America, it's like the tutorial island, you know? Wait, is this the right way? I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Which street is this? Valencia on Freeway. I think I've gone the wrong way. Oh, I've totally gone the wrong way. Whoops, I'm supposed to be going in this way. Hopefully I won't get this lost in real life, but yeah. Definitely not going to be IRL streaming in San Francisco here. I mean, I can't anyway because I won't have the correct data SIM card thing. Why is this blurry now? Oh my god, they've stolen all the pixels. Oh gosh, why is it frozen? Refresh. Something's struggling with my internet. How long are we in San Francisco for? Like a few hours. A few hours. I mean, I know you have to be at the airport 3 hours before your flight. So other than that, it's like a few hours. Also, hey, Mark Mansfield, hello, hello. Hey, people had to try and tune in for Gregor's last stream ever. Last ever stream. Yes, last ever stream this month, at least. Good to see you, Mark. How you doing? But yeah, I am hoping to do some IRL streams. Not here, but in other places. Let's see here. Check out the Tenderloin district. I wouldn't be surprised if the Street View car didn't go down there. Oh yeah, I hear Tenderloin is a place to avoid. Tenderloin. Tenderloin. Reporting in. I was like, hey, Cortechi, it's been a good 8 years, Greg. Godspeed on your future endeavors. Cortechi. I'm coming back. I only titled the stream that way for clickbait. For clickbait reasons. And now you're sad that I'm not actually leaving. Also, Sarah, man, you're so full of prejudice, it's baffling. How am I being prejudiced? I'm just a scared little chicken wing. All I've seen, I obviously don't live in America, so I'm not used to it. And this seems a lot more intense than in New Zealand. And the other stuff I've seen about America is like the stuff I see on Reddit, like on Public Freakout and stuff like this. And kind of freaks me out as well. And you hear stories of like people on drugs eating people's faces and things. Yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm being pretty reasonably safe here. Here's Tenderloin. I guess this whole area is Tenderloin. And I know like the stuff you see on Reddit is cherry picked because you wouldn't be showing like just a random nothing street corner. Yeah, this is Tenderloin, huh? So you're definitely being shown like the worst of the world when you're on Reddit, especially on subreddits like that. But still exists. Yeah, I've never been to Tenderloin. I just hear stuff about it. Wait, what's this? Oh. Wait. Oh, I've actually never seen this in real life. I've seen this in like Seinfeld when they spray the sidewalk. Kind of neat to see. But but to be fair, when I went to San Francisco back in 2014, I had no problems. I mean, I stayed along the waterfront area. I didn't go down to Tenderloin, that's for sure. But I didn't have any problems like what Rishu mentioned. Except for that one Uber thing, but that was fine. Not a big deal in the end. Where are we going here? Oh wow, a lot of police cars here. But yeah, I don't know how San Francisco works because the whole thing as well. Another thing I hear about San Francisco is that it's super expensive to live. Like, build houses and apartments and things, crazy expensive. So I don't even know how this will ever get resolved. Just more and more people exist. I don't know how it works. Good thing I'm not in charge. Let's see here. Greg, go to Boston. Cortecci. I don't even know where Boston is on the map. The only thing I know about Boston is that that's where The Departed was filmed, right? Boston. Boston. I think it's somewhere in the east. I think it's somewhere Boston, New Jersey. Boston, Virginia. Boston, Carolina. Boston, Delaware. Boston, Washington. Washington, Boston. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think it's somewhere here. this is my level of geoguesser. You tell me a place, and I have to try and you tell me a big city name, and I have to try and find it. This is the level we're at. Oh man, Boston would fit in New Jersey? As in because Boston's so small, or because it actually is New Jersey? Boston, New Jersey. Boston. Am I close? I think I'm close. Oh, what's this? Jim, I kind of want to go to Folsom Street Fair. Do not Google this on stream. Folsom Street Fair. Is there a lot of nudity or something? Oh, Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, that sounds more correct. But where's Massachusetts? I'm seeing Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mississippi. Is it on the east? No, it's got to be east. Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Oh, is it? Oh, Boston's even pointing at me right here. Boston, here it is. Okay, Massachusetts. I was right. It was east. Yeah. I was correct. Boston. Never been to Boston, I don't think. What? I thought this was Diagon Alley for a second. Where's the giant dragon? This is cute. Look at this. Boston. What a nice little street. It's always a good sign, huh? Like the random street you pick from Google Street View, and it's people are waving. There's no trash anywhere. Seems pretty clean. Oh, never mind. Place is a shithole. One plastic bottle. Nice weather. You got a public market. Pine bar. This is cute. Why'd you mention Boston, Cortegi? What's your connection to it? People look like they're... Oh, look at this! I mean, could you get any more wholesome than this? Volunteers at work. And look at them. They got gloves. They got buckets. They're working on the garden. I'm actually really surprised. I always thought Boston was more rough, just because it's The Departed, and there's guns and stuff. Leonardo DiCaprio's running around. But, oh, this is really, really nice. What's over here? Are you going there this weekend? Oh, nice. Very nice. First time? This is a car park? That's weird. I'm just parking on the sidewalk. Strange. Holy crap. Seems super nice. Fourth time. Oh, nice. Business or pleasure? Also, hey, Attack Rack. Have an awesome vacation. How long are you going to be gone? I think about like 3 weeks. Hoping to do some IRL streams sporadically, but about 3 weeks. 3.5, maybe? It's more like a month? Okay, 3 weeks to a month. More like a month. Oh yeah, especially because like I won't be streaming like the day I come back, so then there'll be like another couple days. So about a month actually, yeah. But I will be keeping in touch when possible. IRL streams, hanging out in the oh my god, we're upside down. We're in the upside down. Hanging out on Discord or something. Tweeting, Instagram storying. I'm gonna try and keep on top of all of that. You have to factor in the COVID recovery? No, say it ain't so. I'm not gonna get COVID. That's not on the itinerary. It can't be. Also, Mark, if you're buying stuff in the US, take advantage of the cheap shipping compared to buying stuff from US here in New Zealand. Oh, I see. Right. Well, we won't be in the US for longer than a few hours. I don't think we'll be buying anything, but hopefully a Cinnabon. That'd be nice. But that's about it. But good advice. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What am I looking at here? What am I doing? Find the wait. What's this? What's this? Find the Boston Expo Center. That's where PAX is. Oh, is that where you're going to Boston? PAX. I've never been to PAX. They have a PAX in Australia, but even then I haven't been. The Expo Center. Oh, Tufts University. Where have I heard Tufts before? Is it Gilmore Girls? Or Mean Girls? Tufts. South Boston. Oh, that's probably it. Is this it? Dorchester Heights. No. Expo Center. Expo Center. Up. FedEx Ship Center? Fed Expo? Ah, here you go. This is where Cortachi is gonna be. Oh god. So you're going to COVID Con. Nice. Oh my god. Good luck. Are you gonna be masked up? Or are you gonna just raw dog it? I'm so scared of crowds nowadays. Since COVID. I mean I didn't like crowds to begin with, but now since COVID, it's kinda scaring me now. Hello? Oh, I'm gonna miss you. You have no idea what I'm talking about. I wish I could tell Pace what's going on. I'm worried Pace is just gonna think like, oh, they were nice, but now they're gone forever. Who's watching the cats while you're gone? Exocomics' sister will be looking after Paste. Ooh. Which is good, because she's already met her, and they seem to be getting along just fine. What am I doing? So yeah, full confidence in Exocomics' sister there. I mean, originally the plan was going to be that Pace stays with my parents and with Copy on the farm, but after the last time that Pace stayed there for a week, it didn't work out so great. Because of the other cats. Pace gets too scared. And yeah. So that plan kind of fell through. unfortunately. But that's okay. Let's see here. I think you're more likely to get COVID during your 8 hours in the US than in the 3 weeks in Europe. Oh dear. Freaking me out, Sarah, man. Although from Google Street View, I mean, I'm seeing a lot more masks than I expected, so that's good. I was worried that Exocomics and I would stand out like tourists wearing masks, but hey. Paste's head is out the window. Look how much I can trust Paste to not do anything crazy. As long as the front paws don't rise up any further. Hey? Yeah. Jump, Pace, jump, be free! No, Pace is too well behaved. Way too well behaved. Isn't that right? What a cutie. And oh yeah, the SIM card that I have is also going to be good for all of Europe apparently. So yes, I'll be checking in whenever I can. I wonder what to do on the plane. Oh, did Pace just get closer? That's scary. I wonder what to do on the plane. Obviously, working is an option, but being realistic, what else is there? I don't know what movies I'll have on the plane. I worry that John Wick 4 will be on the plane. And I say I worry because Exocomics and I want to see John Wick 4, but preferably at the cinema or something, right? Don't want to. It looks like such a. From the movies we've seen of John Wick, we've only seen the first two. They look very visually appealing. I like the lighting, action, the choreography, and stuff. But you don't want to watch it on a tiny little screen, so I don't even want to be tempted to watch it on there. Sleeping is an option. Yes, hopefully. Mario Kart. I won't be taking my Switch along. I won't be using it enough to justify risking breaking it or losing it. So, unless you're talking about it on my phone, but then I can't because it has to be online only. We can play Kingdom 2 Crowns the entire time. Yay.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yeah, I don't. Not sure if Kingdom's quite my scene. Exocomics keeps trying to get me to play Kingdom with her, but it's so boring. It's so boring. I don't like it. You just go left and right. And you have to think about stuff. And you have to like drop coins. It's like boring but stressful at the same time. Hey, Dead Fellows. Yes, you agree? You agree with Kingdom? It is. I will say it is very beautiful looking. I like looking at it, but I don't like playing it. It's like I have to like think about stuff, and then I have to think about stressful, boring stuff. Oh my god, it's like your streams? Exactly, class. Also, I know as soon as if Exocomics and I try and play Kingdom together, I know how it's going to end. It's going to end with Exocomics hating me, hating and hitting me, and then we'll get kicked off the plane. There's no good that can come from it. Gregor doesn't like using his brain. Confirmed. That's true. Who likes using their brain? Nerds. That's who. Goddamn nerds. Playing the strategy games. I don't like strategy games. I don't like planning stuff. Nah. I'm planning on. I don't know. Hey, Death Bulge. hold your ears shut for the next 30 seconds. Don't listen to what I'm about to say. No good for you. But I'm going to be playing probably some Vampire Survivors on the phone. It works surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but it works very well on the phone. And I hear it's an offline playable game. So I can see myself just zoning out to a bunch of Vampire Survivors. I went through a bit of a stint of Vampire Survivors when I was on desktop. Wait, why do I need to be deaf for this? Oh, because Death Bulge. I don't want to be the reason you waste a whole bunch of extra time again. I already feel bad telling you about Vampire Survivors the first time, and it becomes like your whole life. I don't know. Do you still play it? But yeah, because Death Bulge always tells me how busy he is, and then I'm just like, "Hey, Death Bulge, have you heard of this this new addictive game that you can waste a bunch of hours on?" And so now I don't want to be like, "Hey, did you know that it's also on the phone now, so you can play it even when you're away from the computer?" Why don't you just watch a movie? Yeah, I mean, if there's, it's gotta be the right kind of movie. It's gotta be a movie that I'm interested in enough to watch, but not so interested that I'd rather watch it on the bigger screen. So it's a very, very small little cross Venn diagram section of movies there, and I don't know what movies they'll have. I could probably maybe try and download some on the iPad or something. Although I just realized I can't use Netflix anymore because they've locked me out since it's my parents' Netflix's account, and Netflix have recently locked it out from people that are outside of the house of the main account owner. I'm not sure if they've done that yet in your countries, but New Zealand is one of them. One of the first. Yay! On the cutting edge of technology here. Thank you, Death Bulge. Catch up on Rick and Morty. Also, latest season of South Park is really good. Feels like they returned back to their roots. What is that? Like season 27 or something now? Oh lordy. They've actually locked people out? Yeah, loopy spoopy. Netflix, they've changed their open password policy where before it's like you could share your password to a bunch of friends and family. Like, I think, what was the max? I don't know. Some sort of limit of them. But now it's like only people in the same household can have access to the same Netflix account. Which, I mean, is what I expected right at the beginning. I was actually surprised that they let people access the same Netflix account from like different parts of the world. Or was it just country? I don't know. I was surprised at the beginning, pleasantly surprised. But I feel like now it's like, man, if you let it happen for so long, only to pull the rug out from under us now, that sucks. Especially when Netflix is like got a bunch more competition now and is also one of the more expensive streaming services. So it's I don't know. I'm curious to know how that'll do for them. Oh, it's 26 seasons of South Park? Oh wow, I was close. Detonate, I just found a page on Twitter called Why You Should Have a Duck. Why should you have a duck? And now I want a duck. Look at this. I am curious now if this is going to convince me to want to get a duck, but okay, let's see. I meant to do wrong button. Yes. Very cute. Very, very cute. Yeah, every time I think about like what it would be like to have a duck in the house, I just think of it shitting everywhere. Call me a realist. But I think also I'm kind of scared of ducks too. Well, I'm scared of most birds. But I don't think I've ever touched a duck before. I've seen, do ducks hiss or is it just the geese? Because the geese have really ruined, you know, that kind of bird for me. geese freak me out, and I assume ducks are just kind of like smaller geese. Jamap, is that any different from a cat puking and shitting everywhere? Well, at least a cat shits in a box. If I could train a duck to shit in a box, well, then we'll be getting somewhere. But I don't see that happening. I don't think you... I've seen duck owners, like, give them diapers and stuff, and that... I don't want to do that. Strike, scared of ducks makes it his entire character. Gregor is Batman. Duckman. Exactly, Strike. Die of cuteness? What's this? Oh. Ah! That cat looks like it's trying to eat the duck. Oh. What's happening? What's this? Oh. Oh. Cute, very cute. What is this giant goiter thing here? Also, it looks like the duck's eyelids are see-through. It's kind of scary. Not to, not to like really try and find anything to poo-poo it with. Look at that image down there, though. Oh, wait, the curly vibe one? Wait, this one? I'm scared. What the hell's wrong with that cat? Looks like it was electrocuted. Alright. Looks like a mop, yeah. But I will say this much, though. I'm a little scared of flying. Well, one, because the plane might go down. But I know realistically that's not very likely to happen. Because of all the planes going on all the time. Like, it's not like there's only one plane a year or something that takes off and lands. There's thousands of planes in the sky all the time. So it's very unlikely something like that's going to happen. But the other thing I'm scared of is my ears popping. I don't like that. I don't like my ears popping. Guitar Piper popping off with a gifted sub here. This one goes to Death Bulge. Congrats, Death Bulge. Goddamn freeloader. And that is, hey, draw game. Hey, thank you very much, Guitar Piper. Much appreciated. Popping off the draw game. Excellent. All right, let's get to it. Draw game, draw game. Add your words now. I'm gonna change this hype song. Add your words, add your words. Also, Mark, you gotta go already. Enjoy the trip. Gregor and Lee, and see you in a month, I guess. Okay, well, have a good one, Mark Mansfield. Take care. And again, I might do some random IRL streams, so keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, take care of New Zealand for me. I'm leaving you in charge. Intense song. God damn it. Shouldn't have mentioned my fears of flying right before we start the draw game, but here we are. Recycle, the last word. Excellent, okay. Let's see. The words we gotta draw are... Galaxy USA plane. Whew. I'll take that as a good omen. Also, congrats, Strike, on the spider. And... Wait, did something mess up here? Hold on. Spixel re-rolled a character, but it happened at the exact same time as Strike finding their spider? What happened? Did you see your character? Not sure what happened there. Sorry about that. You did not. Oh, goodness me. There must be some sort of clash there. Okay, hold on. Let me just add that to the broken to-do list. Re-rolling character interrupted by spider does not show re-roll. Strange. Thank you very much. Sorry about that, Spixel. Not sure what happened there. You broke Stroike's character. Oh, wait, is that... Wait, what's happening here? Wait, who's Strike? Is that Strike or is that Strike? I think, isn't that's Strike in the corner? This is Spixel, maybe. Yeah, which one are you, Strike? You're the one in the corner, right? Strange. So I think... it says so. Strike's saying that's what Strike's thought is. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, I think that's your character then, Spixel. I think it must have overlapped at the same time. Unfortunate. Sorry about that. Anyway, what I gotta draw. Galaxy USA plane. Koi artists do like a channel on Tofu. Let's see. Okay, got it. Let's do it. Alright, first things first. Boom. I know, crazy stuff. Oops. Wait, nope. I'm gonna draw America. Florida. Texas. And then the West Coast. New York. And something Canada's here, right? I don't know. Canada. And then Iceland or Greenland or something. I don't know. Canada's like this. I don't know. And then we also got like Mexico. Just sand, right? There we go. That looks like the world. And then let's just lower this for a second. Wait, let's get rid of that for a second. Oh wait, let me just do that. And then this, and then this. Galaxy USA plane. And it's like flying from behind. That's weird. Wait, no, let's change this. First, let's move this over here a bit. Get a bit more space, a bit more roomy. And then, how much time do I have? 3 minutes. Yeah. Color that with white, and then that with black, and then, oops. The American flag looks like that. With, is it red on top or is it white on top? I think it's red on top. And then you got like this kind of stripes, and then you got the stars. Boop, 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 boop. That's about right. Right amount of stars there. Probably it's probably like Ecuador or something that I've done with this flag. But how many? We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Some quick shading. Very nice. Let's do some quick clouds. Looks like crap. Lower the... Oh, that looks... Wait, hold on. Wait, there we go. And then some stars. $70. Oh yeah, galaxy is the word, isn't it? This is not really galaxy, this is a space. What's galaxy? Galaxy got some like cool... Ooh. Swirling galaxy. It's a nice purple. Ooh. Yeah. $30 ago. Let's do a little bit more detail on this water here. That looks terrible. Let's get deep oceans. And then also some more sand. Little beaches. Whatever. And like... Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Time's up now.
Done! 5 minutes. Galaxy USA plane. Does that look like... It looks like America, right? You got the Floridongle over here. And then you got everything else over here. You ruined it. It was perfect already. I ruined it. How'd I ruin it? Is it the yellow like smears here? What's that yellow blob? That's Mexico. Yes, isn't that in Texas and Mexico here? That ain't a whole galaxy. Hump. Hey, each one of these little dots is a whole galaxy. Also, this is... Oh god, there's a tear in the... There's a tear in the void. I ripped a hole in the fabric of space and time. Oh, I'm sure it's not going to be a problem once I export. Okay. Thank you very much for the words. And let's export this now. Here we go. Noise. Excellent. Thank you very much for the drawing opportunity. Album art cover, anyone? These songs are out of this world. Country rock. Specifically, USA. That's the country we're talking about. And Claris, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleepies now. Stay safe, have fun, and do what Lee says because she's your responsible adult. Will do. Will do. Thank you very much for the reminder, class. Take care, sleep well, and I'll see you when I see you. And thanks again for the 100 bits. Let's see here. What now? What now? So I'm gonna. What should we do now? Kind of ran out of things to talk about. Worried about my ears popping. That was a interesting topic to discuss. Worried about being seated next to sick people on the plane. Another thing I'm worried about. Here's my list of worries. for the upcoming trip. Worried about right from the beginning. I'm worried about like not finding a spot in the airport car park, even though we've reserved one. Worried about that. Never done that before. What else am I worried about? Getting COVID in general. Worried about not getting a spot on any of the trains. Worried about not being able to break our $100 note in America. We have a $100 note from like, I don't know, I think Extra Comics. It was Extra Comics' $100 note. Anyway, there's been this $100 note floating around. I keep it in my safety deposit box, and now we can finally use it when we're in America for a few hours. But there's always a thing like people don't like to break notes, to break big notes. You have to like buy something. I mean, that's what I've learned from Seinfeld. I'm not sure about how that's going to work. Are you worried about showing up to the airport in just your underwear and no clothes, or forgetting your homework? Well, that's the opposite worry. I'm worried about showing up to the airport with no underwear. Like I'll forget like a crucial part of my packing, and rock up without any clothes in my bags. Can I drive 8 hours up to San Francisco to meet you for a tiny bit? No. I will refuse. I will refuse. Unless you arrive in a bubble of some kind, stay the hell away from me. Because of COVID. Yeah, that's the excuse I'll go with. The US in general, it seems like it needs a lot of paperwork. That's true. That's another worry. Although I'm not super worried about that because, I mean, because Exacomics is like on top of that, and I trust Exacomics. But yeah, you need like a surprising amount of documentation just to transit through America. Even for like New Zealanders that technically don't even need a visa, but you still need to pay for like something like an ESTA or something. I don't know what that is. So yeah, I'm worried about that. Worried about my medication not being allowed on the plane or into the countries. Like I mentioned, I'm on Ritalin for a while now, and that's like a spicy drug to take overseas, especially in Europe, because I think it's illegal in Europe or something. I don't know. So then it's like, what I need for that? I need to prove it's legit. Get some documentation. I emailed my doctor for like a certificate of some kind, some sort of paperwork to say that, hey, don't imprison this scared little boy. He is legitimately acquiring this medication for medical reasons. But then the thing that my doctor sent back was like real sketchy looking. Like it's literally just an email, Times New Roman. I don't know. I dressed it up a little bit, made it look more official, but printed it out, made it a PDF as well. I hope that's enough. Jimam, it's okay. I get this a lot. Just take them all right before the plane. Should last you the whole trip. Oh dear God. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, if for some reason they don't allow me to take my Ritalin with me, it's not the end of the world. I'll just be a little bit more slower and more distracted. But it's not like I need them to breathe or anything like that. Especially if I'm not even like supposed to be doing too much work anyway. So, what else am I worried about? Not being able to sleep in the plane. Having someone I hate sit next to me, other than Exacomics. Like, oh, well, I'm also worried we're not even going to be seated next to each other. That's another thing. I didn't realize that was not even a guarantee. I thought it was guaranteed that if you book together, you get seated together. But apparently, it really depends on how empty the plane is, and they'll just stick you wherever, unless you like pay money to specifically reserve a seat. You didn't reserve the seats. We got scared and we reserved seats where we could. There's only 2 flights of the 4 that you can reserve seats on. The other ones you can't because of like different airline something something. Um, so there's like the first and the last flight. There's a chance that we might not even be seated next to each other. So that'd be scary. You can switch planes with someone on the plane, no problem. Not plane seats. Little worried about that. And looking online, it looks like it's pretty full, the planes. I don't know. And then if you do get seated, I'm worried about being caught like in the middle seat, like the middle. That would suck. And then every time you need to use the bathroom, you have to like ask the person next to you to move their feet and hope that the person in front of you hasn't reclined their chair, and it's this awkward dance you have to do to get out. And then I'm worried about walking down the aisle to the toilet and then running into the stewardess lady with the cart of drinks, and then it's because it's so tight you can't get past her. You have to go back to your seat, back past the reclined person and the person you're sitting next to that has COVID and he's coughing on you. I'm worried about all of that happening. Economics is like super keen on getting those emergency exit seats because they have a little bit more leg room. But that kind of freaks me out too, because then it's like your responsibility that if something should go down, you're the one that has to like open the door or something, right? They have to ask if you're strong enough to open the door. That makes me worried. Sloth Girl, aren't you supposed to wear masks in planes now? I don't think it's required anymore. From the people I've talked to that have flown recently, they say like no one masks up anymore. I mean, Exocomics and I are definitely masking up, but a little worried about that. Apparently, though, because of the air circulation on the plane, it's less likely to catch COVID on the plane. It's more likely to catch COVID when you're in the airport and you're queuing up and you're next to people on the chairs and stuff. Like that's apparently where people catch COVID more often than actually on the plane. So that's something. That's a little bit of a relief. Your last flight was you were in the emergency exit lane. It was very chill. I mean, assuming that the plane doesn't go down, it would always be chill, but there's always that one chance. And detonator, it's worse to be in the aisle seat. I was once seated next to this old lady. She asked me to get up 4 times in an 8-hour flight. I would pretend to be asleep so she wouldn't ask me. Detonator, I am scared of being that old lady. I'm gonna be the old lady. I have to get up like twice in the night to go to the bathroom. I feel like such a senior citizen. I wonder if I could just sleep in the toilet. Loopy Spoopy, I just flew back to school and I was like one of 3 people wearing masks on the plane. Oh dear. How are you feeling, by the way? You feeling fine? Or did you catch something? That's what the airline company said when they thought people would be scared of traveling, making them lose money. Oh, that the air circulation is fine on the plane for COVID? Oh no. Please let me have this placebo. Friday, you flew back in November, you were the only one to wear a mask? Jamam, am I scared of sweating on the plane? No, I feel like on the plane, isn't it usually more cold? I don't think I ever really sweat on the plane. Loopy Spoopy, don't drink as much liquids. Well, that's impossible because, again, going back to my first worry about my ears popping, or not popping rather, I'm like drinking so much water. I'm going to be bringing a whole bottle of water that I have to fill past the gate. Because swallowing helps your ears pop. So yeah, actually when I say I'm scared of my ears popping, what I mean to say is I'm scared my ears are not going to pop. Because that is just the worst ever feeling ever. God damn, I hate it so much. Like I remember one time I had to fly back and I had a bit of a cold. And this was like pre-COVID, this is like years and years ago. And yeah, my ears just wouldn't pop. So when it landed, I couldn't hear anything. It was just like, from one, especially one ear, I think one ear is like, the canal is smaller than the other. Couldn't hear a thing. And then just like randomly, hold the phone. And randomly throughout the days after I land, it would just like crack, like a gun goes off next to your head. Super painful. Yeah, not even a pop, it's like a cracking sound. Ugh. Horrible, horrible experience. So super scared about that. X Comics, that's right. X Comics did buy me some candy for takeoff and landing. Candy for chewing helps with the ear popping, that's true. Though, I don't know, I feel like drinking water has been usually my main go-to. And scared of not having enough water. I remember I have to take like tiny little sippy sips and like swallow really strongly every time I take a little sip of water. Or I try and yawn, but it's hard to yawn when you think it's gonna pop. Like someone's got a balloon next to your head and with a needle, like how can you yawn at that point? Oh, all this talk about yawning is making me yawn. Maybe I should bring over some vods to rewatch. That'll help. Valsalva maneuver almost always works unless sinuses are clogged. Murdoch, is that when you have to hold your nose and you blow your ears out? Can't do that. Can't do that. That's like a fear of mine. Can't do it. Freaks me out. So, something wrong with my ear canals. It's impossible. Like I'll try because I hear you're supposed to do it like it was recommended to do it like when you're in the shower and stuff. It helps clear your ear canals or something. But man, no, it's too scary. Just notice your shirt very fitting. Oh yes, yes. I should probably save this for the flight. You can get this shirt in the Loading Arts merch store. FYI. Also, Guitar Piper, it's legitimately true. I did my thesis research on airborne contagion distribution in airliner cabins, pre-COVID. HEPA filters are very good at eliminating that sort of thing from the cabin air. Good to know. Once you're in California, just buy a pack of edibles. That'll put you right to sleep for the plane ride, and they will definitely break your 100. Oh yeah, it's completely legal there now, is it? And Spixel, where are you going in Cali? I live there. Oh, nice. We're only stopping over in San Francisco for a few hours on the way to Frankfurt. Cannabis is legal there, yes? Nice. Can't believe America is... It's legal in America, but in New Zealand, of all places, it's still highly illegal. Nuts. Also, how dare you, Guitar Piper? False link. You're in SoCal, far away from San Fran. Oh, it's Southern California. Is that like LA? Wait, where's LA? Is that Southern California? Not all of the US is legal, but it's in more and more states. Detonator. I realized I grew up on my last flight. I used to be able to find comfortable positions to sleep on planes, but this last flight was the worst. My hands, arms, feet, and legs were inside the vehicle at all times and hurt like crazy. Huh? What happened? All your limbs just started exploding? What's going on? Why? What happened? What? Are you saying you grew up as in like you literally grew in size and now you're too big for the chair? Is that what you're saying? I thought you were meaning more like you had some sort of epiphany and now you're mature. We need a Gregor stream where he's just zoted. Zoted. I never heard that word before. Is that what the kids are saying these days? If I got high and had to go through an airport and get on the plane, I think I would die. For multiple reasons, right? For multiple reasons. First, I would get paranoid of going through security and whatnot. Like, I'm already paranoid, like, whenever I go through airport security that I've, like, accidentally, packed my collection of knives or something that I've completely forgot to take out of the bag before I ended up at the airport. So that would be, like, 300% more extreme if I were high. And then just generally being on the plane and then just thinking about how like you're in this million-ton metal object that somehow is floating through space and there's just nothing underneath you for miles and miles. That would scare me. And then also just the paranoia of like if people around me can hear my thoughts, and then also just realizing how claustrophobic I'm feeling. And then like, am I acting weird on the plane? Like I already feel like that anyway. Like, did I just move my arm in a weird direction? Did I just say that? Did I just make a weird sound out of my mouth? And I'll have those thoughts. Like I have those thoughts anyway. Uh, when I'm under the influence, but on the plane would be even worse. Tofu, I do not have a knife collection that I'm aware of. But you never know. At the airport, it's like anything is possible. And then when they're like, "Did you pack your bag yourself?" I'm like, "I think so." Now I'm not sure. Spixel, you already are on a giant thing floating through space with a lot more than miles below you. Oh, thanks for that, Spixel. Thank you very much. Just sit down and watch a movie. No one cares about you that much to care. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, no, no. It I already feel paranoid. Just completely sober and straight. Like just that there's a person sitting right next to me and I'm just super aware that they're there and that they're aware of me being here. And then like I told you this before, I think, but one time in an airport when I was a kid, well, not a kid, I was like 14, I think, 13, 14. We were waiting at the airport, me and my family, and I was really sleepy, and I fell asleep on the chairs in the duty free gate. I was sleeping on the chairs. I wasn't being a dick. It wasn't like everyone was like standing and looking for chairs, and I'm just like taking up 4 chairs for myself. But it was like pretty empty, whatever. And then I remember like opening my eyes, and by my feet was a man just sitting there with his briefcase or whatever, just sitting there being a human being. And I was still like asleep in my mind, and I thought I was dreaming. And so I just started nudging him with my toes. I just started nudging him. I was like staring at him. I'm like, whoa, this is super realistic. I can feel this guy with my feet. Like, what's going on? What a crazy dream. And then and then like a minute later, I regained full consciousness and realized, wait, that's just a guy that's sitting there looking at me all weird. And I got up and I just left. And it was weird. Um, so I'm worried of that happening on the plane. And then on the plane, I can't actually leave. Where am I going to leave? Going to open the door and jump out? I'd like to if that happened. So yeah, I got a lot of things I'm worrying about. You cannot open it in the air? Well, I mean, if I'm on the emergency exit lane, you never know. And Exocomics, I do have to remember to take out my knife before we go. That's right, Exocomics carries a knife. Uh, a little Swiss Army knife. Itty bitty. Got scissors, a nail file, and a cute picture of animals on the front. But I suggested to Exocomics to not not bring it with us because even on the checked in luggage, I don't know, just because I'd worry that X Comics might lose it, and it's a cute little Swiss Army knife. It would be a shame to lose. Guitar Piper, how long is the flight? You probably already said, but I wasn't paying attention. Flights in total, the flight there is like 24 hours, I think. But halfway through, we are stopping in San Francisco for a few hours. But each flight is about 12 hours just to get there. 12 hours a pop. 24 hours. Yeah, it's long. Yeah. The longest, I think it's the longest flight I've ever been on. I think. Well, no, that can't be right, because I've flown to England from New Zealand once, ages ago. This is like years and years and years ago. Years and years and years and years. Way back when, before loading artist. That's the downside of living in New Zealand. To get anywhere that's not Australia is like 10 hours at least. Wait, what's this? Let's change this. This song is too intense. Let's go back to something more chill here. Do you realize you have to do the same to travel back? Unfortunately, yes. But on the way back, it's going to be cool because we won't be flying the same direction. We're actually going to be going the other half of the world and stopping over in Tokyo. Also for a few hours. And you have to get out of the airport because we have to actually change airport, which is interesting. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be like, you know, like rich people when they're like, "Oh, I feel like sushi from Japan for lunch," and they just take their private jet and they fly, they fly all the way to Japan just to have one meal, and then they fly back. That's kind of what that feels like. Going all the way to Japan just for a meal. Simply go to Europe and never come back. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Too much. I need to go back to my little island of New Zealand. Far away from everything. Though I am going to like the time zone in on this holiday. I'll finally be in the right time zone with you guys. It won't be like, hey, it's 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. You know, come watch me stream at midnight for you. So that's gonna be one thing I'll enjoy. Assuming I can even stream. But yeah. Charging my microphones as we speak. Hmm. What else? Nighttime is actually best for me for streams. Well, that's another good point because during the daytime, most people are at school or at work or something. But I think ideally, I mean, I think wouldn't it ideally be like 8 p.m. for a stream to start? Michael, what countries will you be visiting? So America, San Francisco for a few hours, and then uh, Germany for a night or a day, Austria for for like I don't know how long, a week or something in Austria, to see my grandma and stuff, some nostalgic stuff there. And then Italy, Venice, Rome, Genoa, and then France, Lyon, Paris, and then Frankfurt, home, with a stopover in Tokyo. Jamam, Gregor, are you afraid that you'll come back and we'll have moved on to another streamer that's funnier and more talented? Yeah, Exacomics already answered it for me. Surely that's a constant worry anyway. Yes. Yes. Just like when we'll raid someone that we've raided before, and I'll see someone that used to be in our chat hanging out in their chat with like a VIP badge next to the name or something. I'm thinking like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? What's going on here? How dare you? Yeah, constant worry, I think, over all streamers. But hey, who can really top this? My fat fingers. Meant to do just one, not the crickets. Strike 226 spiders. Congrats. And we are gonna hit the hay. Have a good flights and do everything we would do. Hey, well, thank you very much, Andrea. Take care, sleep well, and I'll see you when I see you. Luffy's Foodie. Gregor, people are allowed to watch other streams. Oh, for a second, I thought you were asking, are people allowed to watch other streams? And the answer would have been no. But I see, you're just saying that they're allowed. Technically, you're allowed to watch other streams. But legally, you're not. At least it would be if I were in charge. Vote for me at the next whatever election. The Twitch CEO election. Oh man, imagine that. Imagine if the CEO of companies was run like a democracy and people just had to vote. Actually, people do vote, but you have to be like a board member, don't you? But imagine if it was just like I guess, I mean, that's what Elon Musk did with the Twitter poll. Although he's still CEO of Twitter, even though he was voted out. It'll be like an episode of a sitcom where they go somewhere different. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like Everybody Loves Raymond when they go to Italy. That was cool. Or Friends when they go to England. That was cool. Just wondering if Seinfeld went anywhere, but I don't think so. Oh, they go to Italy for like a minute. Which, whatever. Getting distracted. And our phone are our phones ready for roaming data and such? I think so. I do have a different SIM card that I've ordered for Europe that I'll be swapping into my phone once we land. And I've also downloaded the offline Google Maps of all the places we'll be going to, so that's cool. Pretty cool feature that you can do in Google Maps. You just click on your profile pic in the corner and then say offline maps, and then you just there's a little rectangle and you just capture everything you want and hit save. Takes about like 50, 60 megs per city. Pretty neat. And at this point, you've spent so much anxious energy preparing for vacation that you'll be dead tired to do anything in Europe. Yet, I am a little worried that all this stress is, especially stressing about getting sick before or during, is going to cause me to get sick just because of, you know how like stress can like lower your immune system or whatnot. It would be horrifically ironic, that's for sure. And I will also need to take with me some files that I post, because I got some bonus panels prepped up. I'll be posting retro bonus panels for old comics every week while I'm gone. I've already prepped them up in Patreon, but for the Twitch subs, to see them on Discord, I'm going to have to manually post them, but some I'm gonna have to make sure I have the files with me. Let's take emergency/airborne. It'll boost your immune system. Emergency is goated in a good way. What's emergency? Is that like a Baraka? What is that? I've never actually had it. Is it like this? Detonator. Okay, now answer me. If tomatoes are fruit, is ketchup juice? Wouldn't be any more juice than like a mango syrup would be. Actually, no, that is juice. You just added water. Oh yeah, more jam, isn't it? It's more like jam. That's true. Tomato juice is already juice. Exocomics. I bought Gregor multivitamins for the trip. That's true. Thankfully, Exocomics ended up buying me a multivitamin male, like a multivitamin for male pill, because originally she was going to get me to have her female multivitamin pills, all pink and everything. Jeez Louise. I demand that needlessly. What's it called? What's that subreddit? Unnecessarily gendered? No, there's a better word for it. Where they have to like make a pink version just for girls. Although when it comes to the multivitamins, I understand. There's different requirements. They need more iron or something, right? You're really packing all the goodies for him? Yeah, Exocomics is taking good care of me. That's for sure. Not even saying this sarcastically. I 100%, 200% appreciate all the work that Exocomics is putting into this trip to make sure that I don't wander off into some sort of desert and die. So thank you very much for keeping all of that in check. If it was up to Gregor, he would just show up at the airport with a passport and like a coffee. And the coffee I would get there. I wouldn't have a coffee pre-bought iced coffee. I definitely am no good. Like, remember when we went to Melbourne that one time, and the night before our flight, it dawned on me that I needed a visa to get into Australia. Like, only by pure coincidence, like I think my parents mentioned something about visas, and I remember just thinking, I was. Wait, hold on. Let me find the perfect GIF for this. Hold on. You know which GIF I'm looking for. This is my reaction when my parents mentioned that that I had a visa, right? That I had that all in check, and this is literally hours before the plane, because it was the night before. That was a scary realization, and by pure luck that they brought it up. Because otherwise, I would have just rocked up to the airport and been like V's what? V-I, how do you spell it? It's because at the time I wasn't a New Zealand citizen, so when Exocomics didn't need a visa, I just assumed, oh, okay, me neither. So really, this is Exocomics' fault for not thinking of me. V's nuts. All right. I think on that nut, I might end things here, because I've run out of things to talk about. I'm getting hungry for lunch. Oh, I didn't read your jam and ketchup comment, Jamamp, or should I say, ketchamp? Jamamp. Jam and ketchup are just types of milkshakes. You slurp them all up the straw in the same way. Thank you for that, Jamamp. Thank you for the visual. Definitely getting me hungry for lunch. And let's also end on a raid, shall we? Jam Ketchum, Pokemon Master. Gotta catch up all. My god. So much porn right now on the art channels. Drawing waifus. Furry VTuber. Hyena. Safe for work artists. Yeah, you're right. It's not safe for work at all. See here. Excuse me. Excuse me. How about we end on a raid to... Oh, let's go raid Astro Canuck. Saw him in the stream just the other day. Haven't seen him in a while, so let's go send Astro Canuck some loading eyes love. And I will see you all when I see you. Also, by the way, expect a new comic posted tonight. I mean, you all saw me draw it in the earlier streams, but just in case you didn't, there's a new comic and bonus panel going to be posted to loadingeyes.com, the best place to read Loading Eyes comics tonight. Earlier than usual, because I'll be in the plane later on. So thank you for watching, everyone. Dry Rays go. Have a safe trip and treat Lee well. Buy some souvenirs. Will do. Will do. Thank you very much. And have a good flight and good luck with the trains in Germany. Good luck with the... Isn't Germany known for its good trains? Is this a new thing I have to worry about, Super Tux? I thought Germany trains were good. Oh dear. Well, I guess we'll find out. And here we go. Raid is starting. Okay. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. And yeah, don't be a stranger now. Well, I'll try not to be a stranger by sticking around in Discord, spontaneous IRL streams, and Twitter, Instagram stories. You know the drill. See you there. Also, Slotix. Trains are good, delays are bad. That's true. They were good a few years ago. If you want good trains, you should go to Switzerland. Oh, God. German public transport, bad. German freight trains, good. That's why non-Germans think German trains are good. The freight stuff is always there on time. So you're saying I should treat myself as a package. The full package. Or are you saying there's nothing to be afraid of? Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm out of here. Goodbye, farewell, and take care. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Goodbye.